Good morning and welcome to Data Center. Today we'll be considering join query. Okay, we're looking at this. As a data analyst and as a database administrator, you may be confronted with a task whereby you need to extract data set or data from different tables. Okay, tools that can enhance or the query that can enhance your job is the join query. To be able to do that effectively, was able to use any of them. Now, I'm very sure you remember we considered relational database. The relational database is a type of database that consists of different tables of schema in which they are related to one another. And we did mention of the primary key, foreign key, respectively. Okay, so there must be a unique data or key between those tables, which in turn would make it able to relate with one another. So we have the inner join, we have the left join, we have the right join, we have the cross join. Okay, so let's check the inner join. Okay, for the inner join, if you look at this Venn diagram. In mathematics, I'm very sure you remember we have Venn diagram. That is your set theories now. Now this is an object. This is an object. Okay, and they all belong to the supersets. They all belong to the supersets. Okay. Okay. Let's assume we have this. Okay. Now, so this is a superset. Okay. I want to put it in. I want to put it this. Okay. Okay. So now, if you look at this, this is let's make it bigger. Okay. Now, so this is the superset that contain or is a database rather for an organization, an employee database, all this. And this database now contain employee as a table, department as a table. It can have more than this. Okay, but for the sake of this class, I'll be using just these two. Okay, so now there's a relationship between this. We call this. Can you see it? The intercept between employee and the department. Look at my arrow. This is what we call the inner join. What is related, what you can that is present in employee and is present in department will appear in this inner circle. That's why it is being called inner join, this inner circle. So where you have intersects, that is what we call the inner join. So you want to get a value of people as employee. As an employee, you must belong to a department. Okay, so you can have many employee to a single department. Okay, so I guess there's a relationship with that. So we can use inner join. Okay, the condition is there must be a unique data in both tables. Okay, so this is an example of the snippet code. And before we proceed, I also like to talk about the alias. The alias is a function in MySQL where you don't need to type the full name of the table you are making reference to, or you can represent it as probably a letter, okay, or a character or a string. All right. Now, if you look at this, you see something like m dot number, m dot name, d dot. So this m, they are the alias of employee. The d is an alias for department. All right. Now, unlike my Python, where you use employee as, that is, use this as. When we get to Python, you see how we use alias there. But for MySQL, you just write the name of the table and then a space, and then what you want to use to replace it. Look at this for department. If you look, you see we have department, that is a table name, and the alias here is D. Is that okay? All right. Now that is how we use alias, and I'll be using it in MySQL workbench. All right. So let's proceed, and it's important. Let me quickly show you a schema to show you the relationship between these two data, these two table. Okay, that I'll be using. Okay, this is our entity relationship diagram showing the relationship between the departments and department employee. Okay, now if you look at this, we have this department number, this we have department name, and then over here, let's come back. Why is it moving that way? Is it okay? We're here. Okay, all right. This is it. Okay, so we have this department name, depth number rather. If you look at this as well, under this, you notice that we still have it, depth number. We have here depth number, as here depth number is a primary key, and over here depth number is the primary key here, but over here is the secondary key, the foreign key rather. We also have department name. We have department name. I did okay. So we have department name. Department name is just here, but we don't have department name here. We have department number. So can we quickly correct it? Because what we have here is okay. Yes, we don't is present. Department name is for department place. Then for employee department, we don't, it's not present here. So we have two here. We have two here. So for the data that is related to these two tables is department number. Okay. So when you are using any of the join, you must establish that there must be relationship between the tables that you are using. Okay, there must be relationship. So with this, we can proceed to our query. All right. So if you have not opened your MySQL, please do same. By now, I'm very sure you should be able to create a model. In our previous class, we considered how to model a schema, right? If you remember vividly, where we went to file and then new model, and then we started create on new. Once you click on new model, you'll be taken to this place, and then you're asked to create your table, add table. I've added just these two. Okay, so you can add as much as possible, and then you go to ER diagram to show the relationship between the tables. All right, once you have established that, you can now come to where you type a query to, okay, we want to use the inner join here. Now if you are on MySQL, you can be silent with inner and then just use join. Let's see how it goes. I will show you as we progress. So you type in select. Let me still use M. Okay, dots. Okay, that's it. I'm using the dot operator, please. Okay, to make reference to, let's look at our departments. Okay, let's pick from here. That is depth employee. Okay, that is we want to make reference to employee number. and then from date to start, from the day the individual was employed, the day the person stopped working. Okay, all right, so let's continue. That is emp. Okay, let's come back. That's emp, and that's from dates, and that's underscore dates. Then for department d dots, let's check that. That is for this. We want to just get depth name. Okay, okay, this depth name. All right, so now write from where? From, then we're going to write depth underscore emp. I told you I want to show our alias now, just space and then m. Now inner join, then we show this other one, that is department. Give a space. We are using d as the alias there to represent it. Okay, on, this is where we now show what is present in the two tables. Okay, what was, let's check, be sure of what is present. We have depth number, we have depth number. Okay, dot depth number. We are saying is equals to, that is, this is equals to what we have in the other place. Okay, d depth number. Okay, then let's use our order by. Okay, order by, I can decide to put the same m. I'll show you some things. Let's continue and see. But then let's end our program. Semicolon. So we can run the program now and see. All right. Bravo. We have our results. Okay. So you can see we have the employee number from date to date depth name. Now, let me show you this. If you look at this, this is our targets. Our targets. And you see, if you look at it, we have employee number, we have from date, we have to date and department. That is what we're looking for. So that's what we selected. Okay. Now, and because what we selected are present in two different tables, we now have to use the inner join. We went out from, yeah, you pick from this inner join departments. Okay, and we now say where this on, saying this is the inner join, this is equals to this. All right, let me start something. I can change this to D and this to M, and it will still work. All right, let's see how it goes. Let's run it again. See, boom, we have our results. Okay, that is one. Now for this, I can decide to remove the M dot. All right, let me even put this to D. Let's run again. Wow. Now let's assume I don't want to use any of the allies. We have the department number. Let's run and see. Look at it, the error. The department number in other clause is ambiguous. So it means you must indicate the table in which it is present. Okay, let's go again. It's now shown. Okay, now I was saying something that you can remove this inner if you're working with inner join and just use join and run. Let's see. Now you see have your result, right? So it will automatically treat it as inner join operation, despite that we didn't include inner join here. Or can you see, please? All right. So So that is how to use inner join on our MySQL. I want you to listen to this and practice it. We have done the basic where you can model your data. So do same model any of the tables in employees data set that I've been using, and then you come to your your MySQL dashboard where you can then type your query. All right. If you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe and invite others to join us. Thank you for listening.